picture. We're pushing again into the 350s. Remains our area of longer-term resistance that can continue to contain buying on a weekly, even monthly basis, and below which we can fall back from here into 313.97 region over the next 2 to 3 weeks, and possibly all the way back into the 260s, possibly over the next 2 to 3 months. If we were to close below that 313.97 formation, we should see the 260s in about 3 to 5 weeks. But if we do close above 360.21, and that should be even a daily settlement, I think we could see 371.16 tomorrow, Tuesday. I think you can then begin to adjust for and prepare for, I'm talking to 2 to 3 week swing traders, below 390. So the bottom line, I don't think you should be short this market, and you can consider reversing into a long position or taking a long position above 360.21, 390.98 likely within about 2 to 3 weeks. And ultimately, over the next 5 to 8 months, I think it'll be a more methodical rally, but I do think if we close above 360.21 at the end of the week, 522.49 becomes a realistic 5 to 8 month objective. On the way up, we would have meaningful resistance areas for you to trade, the first being a 2 to 3 week target at 390.98. But until then, there is nothing to be but short. That is the flip side. And downside today, I have 344.01. We gapped above it last Friday and pushed into the 350s pretty quickly. If we happen to close today below 344.01, I see a good high for the week, and over the next few days, 325.92 Nvidia. The big picture, we had settlement about a month ago above this 2.5-year channel top. The following week, we closed below it. The failure to follow through on a classic long-term buy signal is in itself considered a sign of weakness. Now we've got some downside follow through here that actually occurred late last week. We did on that weekly chart close below a horizontal channel bottom at 168.79. So we opened below this. This held. This is kind of a day trade, a dynamic selling 168.79. You could take some profits at 165.39. Last Friday's settlement clearly below this horizontal channel bottom does present yet another sign of weakness. Anticipating, I think this could be over the next 3 to 5 weeks, this 149.06, a longer term channel top. I do have a buy signal I'm going to present to the upside longer term, but I do want to emphasize, I think the need for the Triple Q and the NASDAQ 100 to also close above their respective formations, wherein Nvidia and NASDAQ are on the same page, anticipating higher trade as we move through the rest of the year. They just have not been until really this last week or two as we've fallen away from here. But I do see that the settlement below the 168.79 formation does keep 149.06 in reach over the next 3 to 5 weeks or sooner. Downside today, breaking 165.39 does allow 158.71. That would be another significant down day. Upside today, just closing above 168.79 is a good low for the week. That's a meaningful head fake to the downside, and I would expect the market to show strength. Check us out at wickedstocks.com. You get a 5-day free trial up front. You also get weekly Apple stock, daily Triple Q, daily SPY, weekly S&P 500, weekly NASDAQ 100 analysis, and 2 stock picks every week. You can see that all by going to wickedstocks.com.